Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Triangle Strategy walkthrough. So the last video there we did the battle with the smugglers. I dropped in here to the encampment just to take a look at Rudolph, who's our new character. And I did actually upgrade his weapon. I just upgraded the potency, so I can't remember which of the materials it took. Yeah, timber and fiber. One of each. I have, still tons of fiber from doing the mental mock battles. And I did have some, timber still, so. Alright, let's take a look here. We've got another side event. So it says here, at Ironstone, a certain report reaches the ears of the Archduke.
Thalus, how does Dragan fare?
As blustery and boastful as ever, brother. He is simply beside himself that his contributions to the mine have been recognized.
So he has achieved a measure of success. Perhaps I underestimated him.
What concern is he of ours? He is Svarog's son and of thinner blood.
We are not Glenbrook or Hyzant, Thalus. In Esfrost, a man is judged for his deeds, not his pedigree.
And yet you have appointed me Prime Minister, have you not?
I have given you an opportunity, brother. Do not be mistaken. If you wish to keep your position, prove to me you are deserving of it.
Understood, brother mine.
Dear brother, do with Thalus as you please, but I bid you be wary of Dragan and Svarog. I've reason to believe they've designs on higher seats.
If they mean to overthrow me, then let them try. I shall relish the opportunity to crush them.
Huh, okay. One thing I'm a little bit confused about in terms of the storyline here is if in Esfrost your success is really kind of what you make it, and respect comes from your deeds, not your pedigree, then why does Thalus and I forget her name care anything about pedigree? It seems like they do care. But maybe that's just why they are not very good as Frostians. I don't know. Alright, anyways, their duty fulfilled, Serenoa and House Wolffort bid farewell to the Grand Duchy of Asfrost.
I bid you safe passage home, Lord Wolffort.
Many thanks for the send-off. Pray relay my gratitude to the Archduke as well.
I shall. And do take care of our friend Rudolph here, who I trust will not be causing you any trouble.
Treating me like a naughty child right to the end. Anyhow, you take care of yourself, Sicrus.
And with that, I must be off. Till we meet again.
We should be on our way as well.
No one's left anything behind.
Not I. I even purchased a souvenir or two to bring home.
That's all well and good. But once we reach home, it'll be wedding preparations for you.
Indeed. The ceremony fast approaches. Truth be told, I'm more than a little nervous.
Oh dear, is that so? And how are you feeling, Lord Serenoa?
Bit nervous too, of course. But that is easily outweighed by my excitement.
As well it should be. It shall be a celebration for the ages. Isn't that right, Benedict?
Yes, of course.
What troubles you, Benedict? You sound distracted.
Nothing about the ceremony, I assure you. This journey has simply proven a sobering reminder that salt remains a complex issue in our realm.
And yet despite it, we make strides toward peace. The mining accord is proof enough of that.
Roland is right. We can only do what we can to ease tensions and resolve matters peacefully.
A duty which requires constant vigilance.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolfort domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and Huette retire to Whiteholme in the Crown City. Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolfort, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica. Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzelian Mines.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock. Investigate it at once.
What in the name of iron?
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
What the? It couldn't be.
That settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide. What do you desire, Frederica?
Well...
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress, if you asked.
But what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it. Lord Simon, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simon's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect those who we have sworn to take under our wing. Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Is that so? Then... I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself. It would be a good opportunity to get to know them to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
here's the Rosellan village. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any other side quest stuff available at the moment. So it says here, Serenoa visits the Rosellan village in his domain for the first time in hopes that they will make his betrothed wedding dress.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica. My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle. And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolford.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Aesfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Alright, perhaps I'll have a look around the village and get to know its people while they're taking her measurements. Let's do that. Right after I clean my glasses. Because they are filthy. And I can't see. Alright. Alrighty, let's... Your hair certainly does make you stand out, my lord. We don't get many visitors to our fair village. Here's the Elder. We came to this land in the midst of the Salt Iron War, desperate to escape Hyzant's extraordinary cruelty. Your father then granted us asylum in our hour of need. That sounds funny, in our hour of need. Shielding us from further harm. Alright, let's see here. So the top option is the morality option, liberty is the second, and then unity last. And I am going to go with the morality option, as I have been doing. It heartens me to hear that, my lord. We will never forget all that we owe you. I swear to you we will do right by your land. Father granted the Roselle asylum on our lands. Though they once hailed from Hyzant, they are now as much a part of the Wolfort domain as anyone else. Okay. Lord Simon offered us his protection without a word about our origins or our troubled history. His generosity is boundless, and I fear we shall never repay it. Instead, I simply pray that our village remains protected. I bear a great responsibility to these people. It falls to me to keep their land free from harm, no matter what the cost. Alright, so you learned about Serenoa's duty, so that must be, one of the notes. Alright, I saw something flashing back here. Okay, so there's 300 coin. And then here's Marvels of Norzalia Volume 10. I've been reading these through, so let's take a look here. This still says new. Alright, situated at the edge of the Hyzantian Desert, the Citadel of the Sands is the Holy State's first line of defense. It has been the site of countless battles throughout history, including the vicious border skirmishes of the Salt Iron War. Due to its importance, one of the Saintly Seven has always overseen its command. After the Salt Iron War, Minister Sorsley End assumed the position and began the work of developing the Citadel into a trading post. To think that a place that has witnessed so much bloodshed could transform into a peaceful hub of commerce. Life truly is full of surprises. Perhaps that is why, though Hyzant rarely gets visitors from other lands, here I often catch glimpses of people whose providence I cannot discern, or perhaps it is only my imagination. That reminds me of a little bit of actually, what is it? Kingdom of Heaven, the movie. Oh, so good. And I can't remember the quotes, but yeah, just mean, you know, Jerusalem was, you know, the place where just a lot of different people gathered, so it was kind of reminding me of that. But I regret to say this is my first time visiting the Rosellan village. I'm happy to see that they've flourished under Lord Simon's protection these last 30 years. I couldn't believe my eyes when the Roselle arrived in the domains during the Salt Iron War. I'd never seen anyone so downtrodden. It moves me to my core to see them thriving in peace times after all they went through. And now we just gotta keep them safe. Yeah, so the Rosellan kind of remind me of, you know, Jewish people too, so. Anyways, I am eternally grateful to House Wolford. We would not be alive today if it not for your protection. As a steward of this village, I pray we can work together to ensure a lasting peace. Indeed. Alright, let's see here. Oh, right there at the well. Alright, so there's our HP recovery pellet. Though we may be under House Wolford's protection, we dare not leave the village. The goddess's faithful will haul us straight back to the source if they catch sight of us. Oh, okay, so like... we're talking like zealots or something? Here's another cat. What is this? Is this cat number 5? What else do we have back here? Pray today's hunt goes well. I'd love to fetch a fine pelt for House Wolford. Oh, that would be very cool and good. Alright, is there anything up here? Oh, hello. Another ladder. Going back down. We must be strong and vigilant if we are to maintain the peace we have enjoyed on these lands. Oh, what was that? There we go. There's another HP pellet. Let's see here. Let's go up top here. We've made our home here in the valley in the hopes we'd not be discovered. Use the lay of the land to our advantage, like. Okay. Alright, let's talk to the kid here. It's no fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go play somewhere else. But Mother gets mad at me if I go too far. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so the very, very top option is liberty. The next one is utility. And the last is morality. And again, as I have been doing, and I'm most likely going to regret eventually, I'm going with morality. That's because you're precious to her, you'd do well to heed her words. Yeah, that seems like a very nice reply. But I don't want to be in this village forever. Don't despair, my child. You'll be able to leave the village soon enough, and your mother with you. If you say so, it would be nice to go on a trip with her once it's safe. Okay. Oops. That actually, is that it for out here? Sure looks like it, right? Because I already talked to that guy. It'll just be a bit longer taking Lady Frederica's measurements. Please have a look around the village in the meanwhile. Oh, did I talk to this kid? We play together almost every day. Today we're climbing the ladder to the roof and playing lookouts. Okay. That sounds fun. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like I'm done. Let's let me check the notes here real quick. Oh no, it must be information. Yeah, it's information. So we got Serenoa's duty and the Roselle in the Wolfort Demesne. Alright, so I think that's it. Let's let me check the time here. What are we doing? Oh, we're still doing okay. Wow, okay. So let's I'm gonna save here. And then we'll kind of continue on. I gotta say, I kind of like the exploration phases. You know, I'm used to playing, you know, so many of the tactics style games that don't really have anything like this. You know, it's just kind of really battle and then storyline and then another battle. So this is kind of interesting. Let's go back out and then we'll just go to conclude the exploration. Surely they'll have finished taking her measurements by now. Let's hope so. Meanwhile,
do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian mines.
Father, it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Esfrost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once. Is that everyone? Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Esfrost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
But, Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzelia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me as I lead this great realm into a new era.
You risk much giving us these orders. I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find. When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister?
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell. Either way, with this I shall make my mark. And do what neither Father nor Gustadolf ever could.
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you?
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Then leave the rest to me. I shall depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment. I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
Okay, so I'm curious what Dragan found. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head would be like actual salt. You know, he says something about the discovery could be, or could like reshape Norzelia, and you know another source of salt could do that, but we'll see. Roland comes to the Rosellan village bearing a proposal for Serenoa.
The dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
I am glad to hear it.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
Has something happened?
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask. Of course.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better. He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future. That much is certain. I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more. To the mines.
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Serenoa and Frederica journey to the Rosellan village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the grand Norzellian mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
Okay, so next up here is the Grand Norzelian Mines. It's looking like, yeah, there's no side stuff here. Alright, so House Wolfort pays a visit to the Grand Norzelian Mines where they are reunited with Dragon.
How will Gustadolf respond to my offer? I should think there's but one logical answer. Should he refuse for some reason, I will need Father's aid. I must apprise him of the situation.
Lord Dragan, Prince Roland is here from the Crown City.
What's this? Prince Roland and my friends of House Wolfort. To what do I owe the honor?
Apologies for the sudden nature of our visit, Dragan. I have come on Father's orders to offer our sincere gratitude, as well as to observe the mining operation.
Splendid! The miners will no doubt be heartened by your Highness's presence.
Does the mining continue apace?
Indeed it does. There are no problems to report. And what of your trip abroad, Lord Serenoa?
It was most enlightening indeed. We even brought something for you. I do hope it's to your liking.
Authentic as frosty cheese. One of my favorites.
We thought you might be in need of a taste of your homeland after so much time away.
I have visions of this cheese in my sleep. You have no idea how happy this makes me.
It is enough to see you happy.
I am glad our deliberations were not in vain.
Dragan, I believe it was you who said the future is in the hands of the Ardent Youth. We are of like mind. Let us shape the future together.
Indeed. That future is close at hand. I suspect we will reach across the border and ask for your cooperation in due course.
And I shall gladly assent.
Yes, we eagerly await your offer. Now then, I was thinking I might examine the quarry.
Wait, Your Highness! One of the tunnels caved in but a few days ago. I would advise against entering just now.
Did you not assure us moments ago that the mining continues apace?
The miners are working to repair the damage as we speak. It is simply too soon to allow you inside.
Was it caused by a blast?
It was, in fact. We were perhaps a bit overzealous in attempting to remove some of the bedrock.
I'd no idea your explosives were so powerful. How do you make them anyway?
I would love to tell you, Your Highness, but I'm afraid we must keep some of our secrets. What I can say is that salt is a vital ingredient.
Surely you jest.
I thought you'd be surprised. I could scarcely believe it myself at first. A gargantuan tome in the archives opened my eyes to the many uses for salt, beyond seasoning our daily dishes. And now I pass what I've learned to you, Lord Serenoa, as a token of my gratitude for your visit.
The power of salt.
'Tis a compendium of my research on the uses of salt. I encourage you to peruse it at your leisure.
I most certainly shall. 'Tis a most valuable gift.
Fascinating indeed. I too would like to read it when you are through, my lord.
I look forward to hearing your impressions.
At any rate, I see the sun hangs low. Shall we save a tour of the mine for the morrow?
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yes, of course. I shall prepare entertainment and lodgings for your party at once.
Right, so Dragan is not being completely honest with us. The mines appear to be operating apace. Perhaps I'll survey the operation more closely until my bedding is ready. And I'm going to save here because I'm out of time. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.